It's time now for the Troup Tigers Kia of LaGrange Saturday morning quarterback show on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 1240 AM, 96.9 FM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now live at the showroom of Kia of LaGrange, Greg Hicks and Coach Lynn Kendall giving you the inside scoop on Troup Tigers football.
Let me get my mics turned up. Welcome to Troup High football here. I'm Greg Hicks along with head coach Lynn Kendall. And, man, another great Saturday morning talking about inside. I guess we can't get much more inside than the head football coach, can we, Coach?
That's probably about it. Yeah.
I tell you what, last night,
you got me on that one.
typical, just a good crowd last night. We were talking about before we got on the air how, we just the Tigers, one of the things you could count on, no matter what the score is, no matter what the quarter is, what time it is in the game, if the Tigers are behind, they're never going to quit. They're going to keep right on rolling. You guys are always got something in your hip pocket to make it happen. And really, with less than until LaGrange really got the ball back late in the game and got those two first downs, I don't think anybody in the fans ever doubted that you have the opportunity to come back and win that ball game.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought our guys have done a good job, especially the last half of the season so far, as making sure that, we battle back and stay focused in the game, and you play 4 quarters, and we talk about finishing and we talk about all those types of things that a lot of football coaches talk about. And I thought that our guys, just last night did the same thing. I mean, we ended up falling 15 points short. There's an opportunity there. In which we didn't get a score. I think we ended up on the 4-yard line was a key opportunity. And then, there was a score that we allowed earlier in the game just before half. And, one of the cardinal rules of football is try to score 2 minutes before the half, or from a defense standpoint, you don't want to allow a score 2 minutes before a half. And we did that. And a lot of times when you do that, you give up a lot of momentum, and it makes it, you kind of put yourself in a hole a little bit. But, to credit to the kids and the coaching staff and also the fans that were there pulling for us, we continued to battle and then came back in the second half and made a game of it. And, if the ball rolls our way here or there, or, we make a play or two, it might be a different outcome.
Well, for the second week in a row, you guys won the toss and decided to receive, kind of like, all right, let's go. And then you just promptly took the ball down. And with I think there might have been one penalty on that particular drive, but, you took it down, scored the point. One of the things it looks like scored a touchdown. And, it's like, all right, here we go, baby. And, little challenges, like the last couple of weeks we've had on the PAT, a little either high snaps or just something off time. And but other than that, the Tigers was like everybody's all excited. And then, come back, of course, LaGrange answered that score, and you knew that all of a sudden we were going to be in a barn burner. We're going to be in a battle again. So that's kind of – I don't think anybody that came to that game expected it not to be that type of ball game.
Yeah, if you've been following both teams, especially over the last few weeks, you're not going to – if you came into the game expecting it's going to be a 10-9 game or a 14-7 game or something like that, it probably wasn't going to be the case.
That's
both
right.
Teams have put up a lot of points in the last few weeks and a lot of offensive yardage. And, last night, of course, LaGrange was able to do extremely well on offense and do some things that we expected them to do, and they do that well. And then, of course, as the game progressed offensively, we started getting some things clicking the way we wanted to. And, you end up with a game with some points on the board.
Well, that's, speaking of points on the board, we're going to score some points with our sponsors. We're here live at Kia of LaGrange showroom. You guys come by, take a test drive. I think they're giving away $1,000. I'm just joking. Don't take me up on that. It'll come out of my pocket. But come by and get you a Chick-fil-A biscuit. We're here live talking Troup football. We'll be back shortly.
LaGrange right now for Turkey with a Test Drive. Now featuring the stylish 2013 Kia Sportage. A solid built but unbelievably bargain priced SUV starting only $18,900. The Sportage stands out in the crowd with its lower starting price and better highway MPGs than the Honda CR-V, Ford Escape, and Toyota RAV4. Plus, the Sportage has almost twice the warranty of those brands, carrying Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Turkeys while supplies last.
Caring about people, building relationships, supporting our community. At CB&T, it's what we do, day after day, year after year. During our 71 years, we've worked hard to be the bank more people in Troup County trust with their money. So it's probably no surprise that we have 3 local branches and more ATMs to serve you than any other bank in the area. We're CB&T, familiar faces and a welcoming smile. CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Mom, dad, kids, watch what happens when 2 separate things become one beautiful, glorious thing. No longer will there be any arguing, shouting, or tear-dropping, but instead only hugging, high-fiving, and loving. That's because Orange Julius has been added to Dairy Queen. Kids get their favorite Dairy Queen treats like blizzards, ice cream cones, sundaes, and shakes, while Mom and Dad gets a delicious Orange Julius fruit drink, premium and light premium fruit smoothies. It's all there together at one store. No longer is it Dairy Queen or Orange Julius, but rather it's Dairy Queen and Orange Julius on New Franklin Road in LaGrange.
To all the high school seniors in Troup County, Collision Autocraft Auto Body Repair would like to salute you on your accomplishments. Now that you're driving, Collision Autocraft would like to offer these safety tips. Wear your seatbelt. Avoid talking on your cell phone while driving. Don't text and drive. And always keep your eye on the road. Collision Autocraft has too often seen the results of careless driving. Drive safely and have a bright future. Don't forget to like Collision Autocraft on Facebook.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. The Mallory Agency, 301 West Harrelson Street, LaGrange. Visit them online at MalloryAgency.com.
Smith back under center. He's going to hand it off to Dunlap. Dunlap finds a hole to the right side. Finding his way. Still on his feet. Across the 5. Touchdown, Tigers!
Behind big Mitch Mathis and Wellington Callaway. He just simply runs off right between right guard and right tackle. Weaves his way. He actually breaks about 3 or 4 tackles. And once they let that last one go, he just walks into the end zone from about 6 yards out, guys.
All right, welcome back here to Saturday Morning Quarterback, Troup County edition. And, of course, we'll be back to the booth with Greg and Coach in just a second. Of course, we're here having a chance to talk with Kurt Snyder here with Kia of LaGrange. And I tell you already, as always, when we get here early in the morning, everything's hopping here at Kia. It starts early in the morning, and it goes well into the evening. I tell you, it's always impressive of how many people come here to get their very first Kia of LaGrange.
No doubt about it, Coleman. One of the most exciting things each Saturday is when you lay the Chick-fil-A biscuits out. One of the guys was just explaining a minute ago, kind of looked like over in Africa, the hyenas running for the carcass there and the deal. Folks, we do have Chick-fil-A biscuits every Saturday morning, thanks to Eagle 102. Of course, we've got some great coffee out here. If you want to come by and just check out part of the Coaches Show, we'd love to have you to come by and see us. Naturally, if you're in the market for a car, please shop Kia of LaGrange. We're supporting over 8,000 plus jobs just with Kia and the suppliers. That does not count a lot of other businesses that have grown, on behalf of Kia manufacturing plant. Quality vehicles, the best warranty in the business, very safe, very fuel efficient, very stylish. Make sure you put us on your shopping list at Kia of LaGrange.
There you go. That's good advice because it's a great car, great technology, great service. You find everything you're looking for right here at Kia of LaGrange on Lafayette Parkway. You come see them. Let's go on back to the Troup County Saturday Morning Quarterback edition. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Coleman. One of the things before we go back, Coach Kendall, I'm going to speak on behalf of you, too. I know our congratulations goes out to Coach Pete Wiggins and all the Callaway Cavaliers at winning their region championship Thursday night against Frederick Douglass High School in Atlanta, and they'll secure the top seed spot in Region 4 AAA. So, again, I know all the Tigers congratulate their cross-county rivals, if you will.
Absolutely. To Pete and his staff, Pete and I used to coach together. We're good friends.
Right.
And also congratulations to his wife, Amy, who was named their Teacher of the Year.
Oh, congratulations.
As well. And
I think wives named Amy are pretty good. I know my wife's name's Amy, too. You got a wife named Amy?
Right, I do not.
No, okay. I would say get you one, but
speakers get me in trouble. But speaking of Teachers of the Year, also congratulations to Troup High's Teachers nominees of the Year. Coach Nikki Watts and also Carol Kane
Okay.
as well over at our place. And, that's people don't know about that. That's every school has nominees for Teacher of the Year, and then there's a incredible process that they have to go through in order to be selected as the finalist, and then also the person who's actually the winner. And I'll be honest with you, every teacher we have in the school system is a winner, and this is something that is really special. And I think everybody that I've known that has gotten this type of award, it's one of those things that come to them. It's a surprise. They don't wake up in the morning and that's their goal.
That's right.
It's really a true honor of what and these teachers are nominated by the faculty.
Their peers, right?
Yeah, by their peers. And so congratulations to all the teachers of the year throughout the county that have been nominated for this process they're about to go through.
Well, you're right. I remember last year, Lou Ann Jones said that it's kind of like applying for a grant. There's a ton of paperwork.
That's right.
Well,
it's like it's like we teach kids. This is about competition.
That's
when
right.
it gets to that point, it's competition.
That's right.
And you have to compete in all types of things in life. It's not just on the ball field.
And it's not going to be given to you, so you got to earn it.
Absolutely.
So, and speaking of that ball field last night, again, the kids, going in at halftime, had that opportunity to score right before half. But I know you guys went in and talked to them and came back out and made a ball game of it in the second half. And
well, we talked to them. One thing we talked about was. This is not a place that we haven't been before, and we have played game just last week exactly. I mean, for example, we go in ahead, but then we fall behind about the same amount.
That's right.
And that this is something that our players are quite capable of, and that we're going to keep the wits about ourselves, and we're going to go out there and play ball. And our guys did a good job stepping up and playing ball. I was very proud of the effort and just the tenacity that they came back with.
Well, and I said last night on the radio, there was a time that you would have been concerned, but you just this year you just had that the whole players they don't get too far up, they don't get too far down. They just know this is about business, and it's a confidence level that they're playing with. I noticed, you got a lot of young guys on that offensive line. You got a sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, we're very young there.
Absolutely.
Young.
And, the poise that these guys play with, they don't seem to get out. They just give it their 100% each play. And, it's kind of exciting to look forward, not to look toward next year or the next year, but, you got 2 more years with Will Smith, and you got 1 more year with Darryl Dunlap, and 2 more years with Mitch Mathis. I mean, it's kind of exciting. It's a building process. Not only do you want to win now, but you just look as you're building a program. As the coach over at Alabama says, it's a process. You can look down at the next 2, 3, 4 years that it's just going to continue to come together for you, and it's got to be exciting about that.
Well, you have to look at it that way. I mean, you got to win the year that you're playing, but at the same time, in order to get to the point where you sustain that year in, year out, you have to build a program, and those things. I've been a lot of places shopping. I've never found program in a box where you just kind of open it up and there it is. So
right off the internet.
Yeah, you can't do that, and it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of sacrifice, and it takes a lot of buy-in,
right.
And it takes a lot of different things. And last night we had another defensive lineman score a touchdown.
That's right.
And that's 2 weeks in a row. And we work on scoop and score drills and all these types of things. And last night we had Devontae Cofield come through with a sack hit and causing the ball to fly up in the air. And Maurice Swain, in a good pursuit angle where he's supposed to be, plucks that thing out of the air. And I think some people got a chance to see just how fast Maurice is, because I've told everybody he is fast. He can move, and he really was moving there. And I was so proud of him, because I always tell him, especially those guys that run through the end zone.
That's right.
Don't stop at the goal. Run,
That's
especially as linemen, run. Make sure you run through the end zone. And he flies through there, and that was a huge play for him. And then of course that was a momentum change for us at that point.
It sure was.
So,
and you're
great
right.
play by both those players.
Yeah, I was going to say, and Cofield probably reminded, hey, you scored because I made that hit.
I'm sure he did.
Sure he did.
Matter of fact, after it was all said and done, they were a couple of the last 2 guys to leave the field house last night. Both of them left together, actually.
Well,
so,
good.
what a nice tandem there.
Yep, it's hard to leave when you're a senior like that, and the games mean so much to you. Hey, I tell you what, we're here live at the Kia of LaGrange showroom. Come join us. Get some Chick-fil-A biscuits from the Parkway. Come see what Coach Lynn Kendall has to say about your Troup High Tigers. We'll be right back.
LaGrange right now for Turkey with a Test Drive. Now featuring the stylish 2013 Kia Sportage. A solid built but unbelievably bargain priced SUV starting only $18,900. The Sportage stands out in the crowd with its lower starting price and better highway MPGs than the Honda CR-V, Ford Escape, and Toyota RAV4. Plus, the Sportage has almost twice the warranty of those brands, carrying Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. KiaLaGrange.com helps support your local economy.
Turkeys while supplies last.
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
Looks like lunch just got a little de-crazy. You're telling me for just $5 you get a quarter-pound grill burger topped with melted cheese, delicious DQ fries like golden rays of sunshine, a tall, cool drink bubbling with bubbles, and the one-of-a-kind mini blizzard to top it off? Maybe somebody should pinch me. Not too hard, though. I bruise easily.
$5 for all that? That's crazy. Dairy Queen, New Franklin Road in LaGrange. Wow.
To all the high school seniors in Troup County, Collision Autocraft Auto Body Repair would like to salute you on your accomplishments. Now that you're driving, Collision Autocraft would like to offer these safety tips. Wear your seatbelt. Avoid talking on your cell phone while driving. Don't text and drive. And always keep your eye on the road. Collision Autocraft has too often seen the results of careless driving. Drive safely and have a bright future. Don't forget to like Collision Autocraft on Facebook.
All right, everybody, welcome out here to Saturday Morning Quarterback. I'm Coleman Vice here. We'll send you back to the desk here with our fun, ready to talk about some more Troup Tiger football. Of course, it was a tough game last night as they fell to LaGrange, but I'll tell you what, they did one thing I told Coach, they fought all the way to the end, and that's a sign of the future happening right there. And, of course, as we're here on Lafayette Parkway at Kia of LaGrange, I tell you, that's one thing I know that you probably tell your salespeople all the time, too. You got to keep working and never stop because it's tomorrow will come, and if you keep doing the good work, good things will happen.
Well, it's just like a football game, constant practice, listen to your coaches, constant training, and having that will never to give up, just like in sales, constant training yourself, make sure you follow that customer, ensuring they're getting, the good type of follow-up that they need, with all the good products that we have to offer. So we look at it, we're a very competitive store, just like the Troup Tigers are as well.
There you go. And, folks, I got to tell you, come out here and see the great selection of all the great Kias they have here on the lot. And of course, they've got a great showroom, wonderful service department. We never really talk about the service department that much, and that's the one thing nice about Kias. They get out there and run, but y'all do have some great guys back there.
Well, I tell you, we got some top-notch technicians back there, but one of the things that we also have, right now we're number one in our group back here in what they call CSI scores. That's just pretty much when the customer brings their car in, everything's done promptly, on time, and everything was perfectly done. And so it's great to have the service department, the number one satisfaction back there of the whole group in the state of Georgia.
There you go, folks. Come out and see what we're talking about right here at Kia of LaGrange on Lafayette Parkway. Greg, send it back to you.
Well, thank you. And did Todd say something about giving $1,000 away? No, I'm getting confused. I'm sorry. I got to look at him though, didn't I?
That's be a nice prize there, Todd.
He didn't have his wallet in his pocket, so I guess he's not giving away that money. Doggone it. Well, I'll tell you, we're talking about being competitive and playing 4 quarters of football, and I noticed you've got some guys' names written down. And I asked you at break how Kimbe was, and his right ankle kind of got to bother him, and we noticed, and we didn't realize, pick it up on what hit, but obviously Dalton Hadley was down there on the bench with his pads off, and Tony kind of checked on him and said he had a mild, just kind of a little concussion going on.
Right.
So.
Dalton, we took him out the second half,
okay.
And hopefully we'll have Dalton back next week, and it just Dalton's such a competitor. there's hardly anything short of that, of forcing him to be out, that's going to keep him out.
That's
to be
right.
honest with you, without bringing in medical personnel and all that type of thing. He's just that type of guy, and of course that makes a good linebacker too. So, and saying that, Dalton was having a great first half. He had I don't know 5-6 tackles in the first half. Playing with great intensity, and of course he's one of the big leaders on the team, and he's especially an important leader for us during the game.
Right.
And so, it's tough on Dalton. When you're a senior, you don't want to miss 1 minute of playing time. I mean, not a moment. And that was a tough second half for him, just having to sit there and watch a ball game. So I'm gonna call and check on him here in a few minutes and see how he's doing this morning. But Dalton did a great job for us last night, and as he's done a great job every game for us. And we had some other guys playing a pretty good game last night too. Daryl Dunlap had a good game at running back last night. Daryl, I'm not sure about the yardage that he had last night, but I know he's knocking on the door of a 1,000-yard season, and probably has been a full-time running back probably for about 7 games.
Well,
if that.
And we commented on that last night. I think he had a little less than 100 yards, but as I told him on the radio, hey, if you take the amount of LaGrange players that he carried on his back for all those yards and you take them off, he probably had 200 yards running last night, just given the effort that he put forth. So, because a lot of his yards, obviously, he gets through the initial hole opened by your offensive line, and then he's being corralled by 2 or 3 tacklers, and he's normally going to carry him a yard or 2 or 3. He's just that kind of.
He gets he gets good yardage after contact, and that's a mark of a good back is what do you get after contact?
Right.
And it's just about all of us can run untouched.
That's right.
Maybe not as fast as some others, but Malcolm Tatum also played a good game for us.
He did.
At receiver, making some great plays, and if you tie that into last week, where I forgot how many. I want to say he had 9 receptions or something last week, and just great effort on the offense and defensive side of the ball, and he plays an awful lot of downs. He plays some special teams, and he definitely is he's got to get whatever award you want to give him as far as on the field the most. Playing minutes, he definitely has more than anybody. He might have more than anybody in the region.
Well, he had a touchdown reception last night. He had in the first drive for the Tigers, he had a long reception from Will Smith and to set up that score by Daryl Dunlap. And from his free safety position, and you guys go back and watch the film this week on Eagle1023.com, and I want you to watch how fast his closing speed is. You'll look at an option. And from the booth, you're saying, wow, look at that open field. And within a second, he has closed in to keep that gain from only a yard or 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tremendous speed that you don't realize. And there's fast and there's quick on defense. And they're 2 different things. He's got both quickness and speed that's needed out of that free safety position. And you're right, he hardly ever comes off the field. Punt return, kickoff return, he's there. Offense, defense, just a super kid and done a well of a job for the Tigers this year.
Absolutely.
Well, we're looking forward to next week. We've got originally scheduled as a Thursday night game, and there was obviously some conflicts. Maybe it was because Shaw's playing a Saturday night game tonight and didn't want a short week. I don't know.
It was something early. You got to remember, we have, if you count LaGrange College, we have 4 schools sharing a stadium.
That's right.
They have about eight schools sharing 2 stadiums, so you have some of the same conflicts, and it may be even a little more complicated with them. And at the same time, the Fountain City Classic's being played this weekend, Albany State versus Fort Valley State, and so Memorial Stadium was not open for last night's play. They keep that surface fresh for today's game.
I got you.
So I was talking with Coach Atkins at Shaw, and they had to move their game to a 2:00 afternoon. They got a 2:00 game today. So
wow!
But
that's
their game today
versus Fayette
County.
Wow!
So, but coming up, just some other scheduling things is why our game next week originally was a Thursday night game, but now it is a Friday night game. 7:30 game at Kinnett Stadium.
Yeah, as we've often said, our home away from home. It seems like we play a lot down there over the last several years. Hey, key region matchup. We the Tigers, if we were talking in a must-win situation, if we want to take it to the next level.
Well,
next week.
last night, if we come away with a victory, then we would have clinched a playoff spot.
That's right.
And that didn't happen. And congratulations to Coach Donnie Branch and his staff and all the LaGrange players to get that goal. I know that both teams go out there fighting for the win.
That's right.
They're fighting for the same prize. And but now, once again, we're still in a situation where we can control our destiny. So not sitting around waiting for someone else to win and that type of thing. And it's been that type of season. Here we come down to the last regular season game. And in essence, it's a playoff game.
That's right.
Because if we win, we go to playoffs.
And, it's no easy feat, only because Chandler Whittlesey seems like he's a 4-year starter, and he's one of the leading passers in Quad A right now this year. So your work's cut out for you. But I tell you what, fan support's going to be there as all the games the Tigers travel well, and we appreciate that. And we look forward to everybody being down at Kinnett Stadium next Friday night, 7:30. Be there. Be ready to yell because the Tigers are going to want your support. And let's come away with a victory. All right, Coach?
All right, let's do it.
That's right. All right. See you next Saturday morning here live at the Kia showroom. I'm Greg Hicks along with head coach Lynn Kendall. We'll see you next Saturday.
Go Tigers.
Thanks for listening to the Troup Tigers Kia of LaGrange Saturday morning quarterback show on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 1240 AM, 96.9 FM, and online at eagle1023.com with Greg Hicks and Troup Tigers coach Lynn Kendall.
Hurry into Kia of LaGrange right now for Turkey with a Test Drive. Now featuring